Hi guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's quite simple. I am in a rut. I don't know how to say it any other way. I've been not feeling the best mentally, and today I finally decided to sit down in front of the camera and talk. I don't know about you guys, but when I talk out loud, it really does help me feel better and get my life back on track. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you are a college student or a mom or a dad or a parent or an adult or whoever may be watching this, if you're in a rut, I want you to know that it's going to be okay. Like so many people always say, the only way out is through, and we're gonna get through it together. Right now, the first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath. When you take a deep breath, it really allows your mind and your body to relax, at least in my opinion. Now, I know everyone could be in a rut for different reasons. For example, I am in a rut because I have to make a decision about something and I'm putting off the decision because I don't know how to make the decision at this given moment, and it is kind of scaring me, and that's okay. And I'm also in a rut because it's finals week and I am really not doing the best in accounting. For those of you who don't know, accounting is my major, so that's not good. But I am determined to prove to myself that I can do it, because anything you set your mind to, you can do, and I truthfully believe that. So I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about this, talking to you guys about how I'm feeling, showing you guys that I'm actually in a rut right now, and how I plan on getting myself out of one. With all that being said, if you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment down below, because I do answer all my comments and I love chatting with you all, and we can help each other together. Let me know down below how you guys get out of a rut, and let's get into it. So step number one. Step number one is recognizing that there is a problem. Recognizing that you are in a rut, recognizing what may be causing you to feel down. For example, like I said, mine is relating to school and a decision that I have to make. For other people, it could be anything. It could be college, it could be high school, it could be middle school, it could be work, it could be fitness, it could be health, it can be anything, social life. And the first thing you have to do, at least in my opinion, is recognize that there is an issue. Recognize that there is something that's making you feel not the best, and obviously we as humans all most likely want to feel the best. So in order to do that, we need to recognize that something is wrong. Step number two is starting again. Remember in middle school and high school and college when professors always said tomorrow's a new day, at least mine did, and I would always be like, yeah, I know tomorrow's a new day, so what? Well, that's exactly it. They're not saying tomorrow is a new day as in, you know, tomorrow's a new day, or as in my high school minds took it. They're saying tomorrow is a new day to reset. Allowing yourself to reset will actually allow you to get back on track. So how can you reset? How do you do this? Well, let me tell you what I am going to do. So tomorrow's a new day, right? I'm filming this on May 15th at 8:19 a.m. So what am I gonna do? The first thing I'm going to do is set an alarm for 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now you may be asking, what? Why? Isn't that going to be a struggle to wake up? Yes, because it's extremely early in the morning. But for me at least, it is really important for me to have productive days, especially when I'm feeling unproductive, just because I always tend to thank myself later when I push myself to have those productive days. That is not me saying it's bad to have unproductive days. I actually think it is really good to have unproductive days to allow yourself to relax and reset. But since we're talking about a different type of reset in this situation, I think it's a good idea to wake up early. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. Why? I just told you why. If you're someone who doesn't like waking up at 6 a.m., then I recommend you sleep in tomorrow, because that will make your day a little bit better, because you're starting off with something you love doing. Number two, what am I going to do? I am not going to check my phone when I first wake up. Now, this is hard. I'm not going to pretend that I can just wake up and not check my phone, because especially someone who is obsessed with social media and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, I'm always on my phone. I'm always making content, I'm always taking pictures, I'm always texting. It's really bad. But on days where I know that I need to focus on other things, and my health being one of them, I can really push my phone away. So step number two is simply not going on your phone for the first hour that you wake up. Again, it's going to be hard, but it really will allow you to be more productive. What am I going to do in that hour? Well, the first 20 minutes that I wake up, I literally sit in bed and reflect. Now, how I do do this is I have a 5-minute journal that I can link down below for you guys. I got it off of Amazon, and it asks me all these really prompting questions. Stuff like, how do you want today to be? Set your intentions for the day. I also like to manifest, and I like to journal during these 20 minutes. Now, of course, it can be more than 20 minutes, it can be less. Just as long as I personally do it, I feel very productive right when I wake up. Now, another thing I like to do is write things down that I'm grateful for. This allows me to remember that I have all these things in my life and I need to show gratitude, and it allows me to realize, like, wow, I am actually really happy with everything that I have. I feel fulfilled, and I don't know, it just kind of brightens my day and makes my day start really well. Then after I'm done and satisfied with this, I simply get out of bed and make my bed. I say this in so many of my videos, but making my bed is literally the key to if I have a productive day or not. Now you may be saying, really? Yes, because as soon as I get out of bed, I am automatically doing something. My brain just knows to make my bed, and that is something that is actually a task. And since it's a task, it kind of like tricks my head, and it's like, well, now you're gonna have a productive day because you just did step 1. And I don't know, that's just how I think about it, but I think it's really cool and really helps. Then after I did this, I think it's step 4. I'm going to clean and tidy up my room and my personal space. If you live in an apartment or a house, I would clean the apartment or the house. But since I live in my parents' house, I am going to clean my personal space, my belongings, do my wash, stuff like that, get on track and get my life back together. Once this is done, I'm going to head over to the bathroom and wash my face. Personally, I really like washing my face and splashing my face with cold water in the morning because it kind of like wakes me up and I feel very, very refreshed after this. Then obviously I have to brush my teeth, you know, it's just something you have to do, so I do it right away. And then I'm going to go downstairs and have a glass of cold, tall water. Now, whenever I have water in the morning, it really does kind of like make me feel better. It does do benefits for my body. I am not certified in what I'm talking about, by the way. I am just saying like what I would personally do, but for me personally, it really does help me feel better. So I always like to have a tall glass of water in the morning, preferably cold, but it's okay if it's not. And I really just drink the whole thing and kind of like reflect on my day and kind of set intentions for how I want my day to go, things I have to do, make a to-do list, maybe even stuff like that. Now, sometimes during this part of my day, I will check my phone, I'll watch YouTube, and I'll kind of just relax for a little bit. If it's a nice day outside, I will go outside and get some fresh air because I personally think that is so important. And then I'm going to go ahead, go upstairs, get my workout clothes on, and go to an Orange Theory class. Now, on days I don't go to Orange Theory, I like taking walks, I like doing my own workouts at home, but I personally love HIIT workouts, I love running, and I love Orange Theory. I actually work at Orange Theory, but I was a member before I worked there, and I literally love it, and I think that it's like my therapy. So that is what I would do next because I love fitness, and working out just puts me in a really good headspace, so I like to do that in the morning because then the rest of my day is usually productive when I do that, since I have all that time to get all my energy out and even get more energy while working out, which is really cool. Then after I go to my class, I'm obviously going to stretch, kind of just refresh, relax, and go to Starbucks. Now, if you don't like Starbucks, you could go to Dunkin' or just make a drink at home, but allow yourself to have a treat. Now, on days where I feel like I need to refresh and reset, I'm going to allow myself to have whatever I want for breakfast, so probably like a French toast or pancakes or something like that. I'm going to get Starbucks. I'm going to get a strawberry acai with lemonade, no berries and no ice, whatever size I want, because I am allowing myself to feel treated, to feel special. I am also then going to go home and take a shower, and then the most important thing is dress to impress. When I dress to impress, I feel so motivated, so special, and just so like, wow, who is she? That it makes me feel so much better about everything that's going on in life. Now, obviously, this is a mindset, and this is something I taught my mind to do, but it really does help, and when I physically can look in the mirror and smile at my appearance, I feel better inside, and it shows. When you're happy inside, it'll show on the outside, and when you're happy outside, it'll also show on the inside, at least in my opinion and from my personal experience. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start my day. I'm actually going to start my schoolwork, start my work, whatever it may be. I'm going to sit down, calmly start my work and realize that I can do it. Realize that it's okay to be in a rut and it's okay to have those bad days, but like I said before, today's a new day and I'm going to make today worth it. So when I'm doing my schoolwork, which again is the thing that was making me in the rut, what I'm going to do is if I start feeling that negative energy, I'm simply going to speak it out loud or write it down. Writing down my thoughts really does help me, and this is kind of how I allow myself to get out of that rut. I write down why I'm in the rut, what's making me feel so uncomfortable, what's making me feel so like unwelcomed or so upset about it, and I simply write it down, push it away, throw the paper away, get rid of those feelings, and continue doing my work. Now, it may sound silly at first, but it works, and what works, works. Everyone is different, everyone copes with things in different ways, and this is just something that I do when I feel extremely overwhelmed and stressed. Then, after I do this, I am going to try my best to go right back to my schoolwork, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to allow myself to take time for myself. Now, during this time, I honestly would either work out again and go to another Orange Theory class just to get happy again and everything like that, or I would go on a drive, listen to some music, or simply watch a YouTube video such as Hannah Maloche, Kenna Marie, Hannah Elise, any of those people, Natalie Barbu, my favorite YouTubers, and just allow myself to de-stress. This allows me to get back into that happy mindset, and then I could continue doing my schoolwork or my work, for example, in a place where I'm not as stressed. Taking breaks with this stuff is really important, at least to me, and I know a lot of people can relate to that, especially in high school and college, and I think that breaks should not be discredited because it really does help me prevent getting in ruts. All right, the next thing I like to do is I like to allow myself to think of things I'm excited for, think of things that are coming up that literally have me so excited that I can't even contain the excitement. This again allows me to get happy, allows me to realize that I'm worth it. I am worth what's coming up, and I am going to get there day by day. I'm going to get through this rut, and how am I gonna do it? Well, in order to get to this exciting thing, I gotta go through it. So I'm going to go through it to get to what is exciting me. That's just another way you could think about things in order to actually get out of the rut. So if you're here and you have to get there, well, you have to go through it in order to get there, and that's just like how I like to think. Now, another thing that you can do right before bed is, again, listen to music, listen to high frequency music, and allow yourself to visualize how you would feel if you weren't in the rut anymore. This is kind of like a manifestation technique, so some people aren't going to agree with this, but for me personally, I believe in manifestation, and I do think it really works, and what you put out really does return to you. So in my opinion, when I think of all these good things that I want to happen and I kind of see them and I visualize them before I go to sleep while listening to this music, it really does help, and the next day I usually wake up really happy, out of the rut, and very, very, very productive. Now, obviously this isn't always the case. It's not always just gonna go away depending on what the rut may be and stuff like that, but at least for me, if it's like about a test or college or school or work or whatever it may be, it usually does work unless it's more of a serious kind of situation. But for those situations where I feel like everyone has those bad days, this is something that really helps, and this is kind of like my reset routine. I thought it would be cooler to kind of like talk it out with you guys rather than show it, just because I don't really see a lot of videos that talk it out like this when it comes to being in a rut and everything like that. So if you guys liked this video, please, please, please give the video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you can become part of my family. Please comment down below. It really does help me and my channel grow, and I love chatting with you all, and we can help each other out and write down things that can help us get out of ruts, or just talk about what has you in a rut, because I would love to listen, and I'm always here for you. My Instagram DMs are always open, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. You got this, and remember, in order to get up here, you have to go through it by getting up there with everything else that's going on. I love you all. I promise it's going to get easier. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.